Good morning, Toby dog. Oh, you can see him way back over there. Hey, Toby. How you doing, buddy? Good morning. Oof. You got all damp already. You been sleeping outside again? Did you have a good night? Did you? Oh, yeah. I heard you barking last night. Yeah, maybe one of these days I'm gonna camp out here and spend the evening with you. Release the Kraken! Look, Toby, the ducks left you breakfast outside. Hey. I'm noticing as the weather gets better and better, the ducks are getting in the bad habit of leaving their eggs outside. Since these ones have been sitting out for, I don't know, a day or so outside, and they've gotten wet, I actually can't sell them, so I will feed them to Toby dog. Here, buddy. It's all part of your breakfast. You two are pretty funny. Morning, girls. How's it going? Huh? How are you doing? Morning, guys. Pleasure to see you too. Come on out. Everybody out. It's time to release the geese. Yeah, stay clear of them, Pablo. Get out of the compost. Get out of the compost. I'm taking you out to the pond, the slowly evaporating pond. As you can see, the two little ones are getting bigger and bigger. Uh-oh, we got some ducks that escaped. We'll get them back in a couple minutes. Come on, guys. Out to the pasture you go. Let's go. Toby dog, I need your help. We got more escapees. Looks like Samson and his crew. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, I see why you don't want to go in. Oh, you're intimidating everybody. You know that, right? Yeah, the ducks know to stay away from the geese. That's for darn sure. Okay, you guys stay here. Having to chase and herd ducks, man, it's part of the job. All right. See how these guys are doing. Now, teenage goslings are inside and enjoying themselves. I'm still giving them nighttime heat that I have hooked up to our new power supply over there. But they've been out here for the last couple of days. You can actually see sort of they've been leaving their mark on the ground. But I move their tractor just a little bit every single day. How are you guys doing this morning, huh? Oh, look at how poopy you made the ground. That's really good work. You're fertilizing the land and you're eating all the grass. You're getting to be so big. These guys are about 3 weeks old now. This little one right here, she's the sister of, yes, all of them, but she was hatched with the other goslings that were hatched by the adults. You can tell she's just about a week behind development-wise the other ones. And Ron Swanson, our duckling, is also doing really good. How's it going, Ron? I don't know if you're going to be a lady or a fella, but whatever you are, you're starting to get your awkward teenage duck feathers. Hi. Hi. I've been working on hand rearing these guys. These were the ones we hatched ourselves. Hopefully they'll be the next generation that's just a little bit nicer than their parents. Toby still doesn't quite know what to make of these little baby birds. He's not afraid of them as like he was initially. All right, guys, I am moving your home. Excuse me, Tobes. So now the trick with moving their house is to do it carefully without squishing your little baby birds. Good job. But with a little more practice, they actually get trained to the movement. And so they stay in the center. And look how crazy they go for the fresh pasture. They're loving it. I try to get them out on pasture as soon as possible. The younger they are, the more they're on pasture, the better. You just need to make sure you give them enough heat to deal with the cold nights. I'll leave these guys in here for, I don't know, probably another 2, maybe 3 weeks before I start to let them free range during the day. And then I lock them up in a house like this at night. It's funny. But I think by having Ron Swanson, our duckling here, spend so much time with the geese, I'm noticing that she is eating way more forage and pasture than a regular duck would. Pablo always enjoys watching us with these baby birds. He's out here doing his job, looking for rodents. But opportunistically, he will eat a baby bird if he could get the chance. Isn't that right, you vicious killer, you? Yes, isn't that right? Oh, you're such a murderer. I unplug the electrical. I do this to turn off their heating lamps during the day. They really don't need it. They just need it when the temps drop down in the upper 30s and low 40s at night. Okay, guys. Here comes some water. I know it's your favorite, especially you, Ron Swanson. All right, I'll let you guys do your thing. Be safe. So the other day, I actually went through and I planted this whole little mini field. It's a mixture of corn all over that side, and then I've got peas and beans down this side. I talked about planting some sunflowers, but I'm not going to do that here. I've just realized I didn't have as much space as I thought I did. This is just going to be corn and beans and peas. And probably in about 2 weeks or so, I'll start adding in pumpkins in the mix too to help suppress some of the weeds. So far, nothing's popped yet. We haven't had any rain since I planted them, which was unfortunate. We were supposed to get rain, but it sort of blew past us. We're in a tough situation right now. It's actually getting drier than it usually would. The other challenge I'm having right now is I can't water the field myself because right now, the only water hookup we have is actually over by the house, the hydrant over there. So I'd have to bring all the water by buckets to water a field, which is not practical at all. Eventually, we'll have this hydrant and the hydrant down in the barn, but I still have to get them turned on. The plumber's not coming till later this week. Okay, now let's see how our silkies are doing. Hey, girls. How's it going? So these are our 2 silkies. That's Penelope in black and Bernie in brown. They're both ladies. My plan is that they're going to start hatching some duck eggs as they start laying their own eggs in the not too distant future. Silkies or silky crosses are usually really good for hatching and mothering. And so hopefully these girls will be the beginning of a little duckling nursery for me. I keep them in here because Mr. Pablo is fascinated with them, and they're still so small relative to the other ducks and chickens and geese that we have around here that I think he might make a pass at them. I think he actually tried to make an attempt on Bernie's life at one point. So there is one last group of animals that we need to check on, and that's the baby goslings. Good morning, little guys. How's everybody doing? Oh boy. You're getting so big so quick. How is everybody? All right, it's time to refill your waterers. And the whole water setup is working good. This will work well for probably about another week before they just start going through this water so quick that I'm gonna need a bigger water source. But I try to keep it as limited as possible because it keeps the bedding cleaner inside of here. Even over here, this isn't all that damp or gross, it's mostly just poop. Staying nice and toasty with the heating plate. I'll probably move that heating plate out in a couple of days. Hey, Tobe. Coming to visit us? I really want to expose these guys to Toby so that they get used to him as well. You know, he's going to be out there guarding them this year, and the more comfortable they get with this big lumbering white beast, the better off they're going to be. Toby, how did you get so muddy? Those paws of yours, man. Look at them. You are so ridiculous, buddy. Hey. See? All right, I'll be back to check on you guys in a bit. The brooder house has been working out really well. As they get about a week or two older, I'll let them come outside and get out into this run. You know, it's funny, one of our commenters recently said that watching our YouTube channel is kind of like playing Minecraft in real life.
So you're mining stuff to craft with and crafting stuff to mine with?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's kind of true a lot of times, you know? I'm building things, I'm doing tasks, I'm taking one thing that I have and crafting it into another. I'm out there acquiring resources like these, and then I'm turning them into fence posts like I have out there, and then I'll use it to fence in the pasture all around there. While there definitely are differences between Minecraft and farm life, it is accurate to say that it does sometimes feel like we're playing Minecraft in real life.
How do you like that, Morty?
Whoa, just like Minecraft.
My friend Ava, she makes videos about weird, quirky people stuck in Vermont. She has a video series that she's been doing for like more than a decade called Stuck in Vermont.
Today we're doing yoga with kittens.
And anyway, she's coming to the farm today to make a video about us. And so I gotta clean up a little bit so this place doesn't look awful. This is the old brooder that I was using for the baby goslings and duckling that I hatched out inside the house. They lived inside this thing for like about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks or so. It's kind of gross. So I have the old damp wood shavings from the duckling and goslings. And my plan is I'm actually gonna use it as mulch for some of my trees here. So these are some apple trees and some pear trees. It's gonna suppress the weeds, it's gonna keep these guys moisturized, and on top of it all, it has this added bonus of fertilizer actually in place with the duck and gosling poop. This stuff smells to high hell at this point. Let's solve this problem with the ducks and leaving their eggs all over the place. I found this old kennel. I think it was somewhere. Maybe it was at the dump. Sit. Good boy. Stay. Yes, everybody's very excited for this new nesting box. Yeah, you guys are excited, I can tell. not supposed to be in here. Come on, get out. You little one, getting lost in the sea of grass. So just a quick goofy story to end the day for you guys. So I was talking to Ava Solberger, who is this video maker friend of mine. Like I said, she's doing this cool story about Goldshaw Farm. You should check out the video. There's a link down below. And so while she was here visiting the farm, she wanted to actually get some footage of me kind of walking around, talking to you guys, and making a video. And so while I was talking to her and showing her how I herd the ducks and the geese and move them around the farm, I came across the flock of geese with the 5 adults and the 2 babies. And somehow one of the little goslings tried to run through the poultry netting and she got stuck in the fence.
Little baby. You're okay.
And I was like, oh no, not this. Please don't let this happen right now, because I got this woman here making a video about me that's gonna probably end up on local TV. And so I go in there to get the gosling and pull her out of the fence.
It's okay. It's okay.
Ow! But while I'm doing that, the parents start to freak out and attack me. And so there I am trying to pull the gosling out of the fence while she's freaking out on me.
Oh,
man.
oh.
While all the parents are freaking out at me, while Ava is videotaping me, and I'm just like, oh man, what am I doing? Luckily though, with a little bit of effort and a little bit of finagling, I was able to get the gosling free and get the parents out, and all was good and all was cool. But man, I feel like a dummy. If you guys want to see Ava's video, check this one out right here. Or if you guys want to see me talk about how my life really is like a real life version of the Untitled Goose Game, check this one out right here. I will see you guys in that next video. Thanks.